What's up, everybody? I'm Brian Brosey, Be Well Physical Therapy and Wellness. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, personal trainer, and co-host of the Wellman's podcast. Today I'm going to demonstrate Supine D2 Flexion. I also call it the sword draw. And what you're doing is this is kind of a progression from isolated strengthening exercises where we're working on small little motions, small muscles that we're hopefully going to turn on and facilitate their proper firing in a coordinated fashion with gross motor movements. And these P&F patterns, or the sword draw or supine D2 flexion exercise that we're about to do or demonstrate here, is a great example of kind of stepping into starting to incorporate this into large gross motor movements. So just to go through it before I lay down and perform it, you're laying down, you start in the exact opposite position you're going to finish up at. So supine D2 flexion has you in a flexed, externally rotated, palm up, reaching high towards the ceiling like position, kind of like a 45-degree angle out from my shoulder here. You start, this is why I call it the sword draw, you start across the body, fully internally rotated, a little bit more into this neutral or extended type shoulder position. Pull across the body, open up. So I'm going to perform a supine resisted D2 flexion pattern. The key when you're performing these patterns is try and make them as smooth as possible. Every motion is coming and working in unison, all one at a time, or one by one together, but to get to that motion. So almost like if we're thinking about like a slope-intercept form, right? We have a one-to-one relationship with the X and the Y pattern. So we're getting these motions slowly working towards full range of motion of all of them as we come across our body and open up. So I'm gonna lay down. If I'm doing my right side, the band's gonna be on my left ankle, foot, or anchored to something towards my left side. I'm gonna start, again, I'm pulling the sword out of my pocket essentially, coming up, out, externally rotated, fully abducted, flex out here to the side. And then I slowly and controlled come back to the starting position. Squeeze that shoulder blade down and back, open up, externally rotate, full range of motion here, slow and steady, coming back to the starting position. And hopefully you're getting appreciation for what I meant by that one-to-one relationship with all the motions. Everything is not necessarily segmental, everything is working together as you go through the different segments, right? So at the very end, I end in full range of motion of everything. Slowly come back to the opposite complete range of motion. So we go fully internally rotated to fully externally rotated. But what I don't want to have happen is you to break it down to where you externally rotate, then lift up, then squeeze your shoulder blade down and back. I want all those motions properly utilized together and incorporated throughout the whole movement to help facilitate this well. Again, I am pulling my shoulder blade down and back, slowly and controlled, allowing it to come forward to the pocket. Try and make a nice straight line across your body. And again, nice and smooth and controlled.